Yo, 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 welcome to Hoop Lounge TV, where we sit back, kick back, talk about hoops, man. This is a good topic. Let's jump on into it. What is daddy ball? All right. What is daddy ball? Excuse me. I think daddy ball has a negative connotation, and it has a positive one too. I think if you coach your child, right, you should set your child up for success. Just like a doctor would set their child up for success. Um, an NBA player, NFL player, a guy that's got a plumbing business. I think in any scenario, you should set your child up for success, and there's nothing wrong with that. All right. Um, I think as a parent, you're supposed to, but what comes with that, setting them up for success does not mean make everything easy for them. Okay, you got to throw some adversity in there for them. Teach them how to train. Train them. Basically, they're putting in the work. Okay, they are putting in the work. Okay, now, daddy ball. As I said, you should set your kid up for success. But daddy ball comes into play whenever you have your child playing and they're not performing consistently, and there's another player that is better than them, and you play your child over that better player. That's just as simple as that. Daddy ball is you are playing your child over a kid or another player that is better than your child. That is daddy ball. Okay. That's the easiest way to sum that up. All right. Now, I think when you do it that way, I do believe that you do not set your kid up for success that way. I believe you got to put them through it where they earn it a little bit, so they have some type of sense of value on how to get it. You know what I mean? Um, I think that's really what you do there. Because if you don't, it's going to give you know, it could give them false confidence about themselves. You know what I mean? Like, because if you're going to build them, then you want to build them the right way and building them through adversity, building them through challenges, building them through, putting them through, pushing that brink sometimes is okay. All right. It is okay. But I'm gonna tell you where Daddy Ball gets me, and I know a lot of fathers, parents, especially the parents that coach their child in whatever sport you play. I have an issue of doing too much sometimes to make sure that sometimes people don't say I do Daddy Ball, but also I'm extra hard on him, extra hard on him. Sometimes I make my son the example. Now, is that fair? Is that fair? I would say at times I would. And at times probably not. I've been wrong a couple times because I know there's a lot of fathers, man, like you deal with this, knowing when to push them, when to back, when to, just come at it right, and you learn as you go, man. I'm telling you, man, I'm lucky to have a mentor. I'm lucky to talk. I got other guys that are my age that have kids. Same thing I'm doing, and there's a group of us that we talk about this, right? So that's the blessing. That that's a pro tip, man. If you coach your son, man, make sure you tap in with other guys that have coached their sons because they can give you a lot of game about it. Okay, when to let you know when you do wrong, when to let you know, hey, go ahead, back up off them a little bit, knowing when to give a break. All right, but I've been guilty of holding my son too accountable before. Where I made him an example, took him out the game, didn't let him play no more just because his effort went there for me. You know what I mean? And I kicked him off the bench. Okay. Um, Now, what I did was okay, all right, but sometimes when I make him the example, I embarrass him sometimes. Okay. I embarrass him to the point where he might not bounce back that game. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I know that I probably pushed it too hard. You know what I'm saying? Probably I pushed it too hard right there. Okay. Now, and and when you do that, man, coaches and fathers, man, I get it. Sometimes apologizing right then and ain't the move, and your intentions is pure, and you're fucking right. However, I always cherish father son relationship over basketball coach. You know what I'm saying? Um, Basketball coach is a role, and that is your role at that point. Like I don't let my child I don't let him call me daddy when I'm coaching. Not at all. Okay. But you can apologize later, man. I've apologized several times, and that's the negative side of really like coaching your kid, man. Where you can hold them extremely accountable, but also make them an example. Sometimes it's warranted, sometimes it's not, and that's just me being 100% transparent with this, man, because that it's delicate. It really is delicate. That scenario. Now, I've had several parents come up to me before, and in the mix of not getting, say, the role that they want, that hey man, that coach's son, man, he played daddy ball. Well, if you come tell me that and I don't know you like that, and I coach my son, it's probably gonna be a red flag over your head. Okay, really is, especially if I don't know you. You know what I mean? Because what makes me think that you won't do that to me if there's a scenario and my son plays more? What are you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? So daddy ball exists, man. It does. I'm not gonna lie. That daddy ball does exist. I've seen it. I've seen it. I've coached where I was an assistant coach on the football, and I could see there was daddy ball. But what I didn't do is let my son be a victim. Okay? No, no. Focus on what you can control. Okay? Yeah, your playing time might be limited, but make the most of your playing time, dog. Okay? Make the most of it. It's character building moments in those lessons. And fathers, I know that shit can be hard when you see that happening to your kid, but always try to change their perspective that you're building them for this. All right. Always trying to change that perspective. All right. Um, and that's just my honest opinion about what daddy ball is and my 2 cents. Whether you agree or not, hey, that's cool. But tell me if you experience going through daddy ball, and when is the right time to, really let your hands go of the child, right? So, for example, like I said, my son plays football. So this year, I don't even go to practice as much. I'm half and half there. I let his mama take him. Also, I try to sit where he can't see me during the games. I don't want him looking for my validation, looking at me if I might get pissed at something. Like I don't let him see me at all. While he's playing, I try not to. Let's say that I try not to let him see me, and I don't go to practice because I want to give him his space. I want him to be able to be coached by somebody else, especially in another sport. You know what I'm saying? Um, that's the biggest thing. I give him his space and just let him see it. But listen, daddy balls out there. Um, I would say just make sure if you are coaching your son, he plays another sport, stay out the way, man. Don't be that dad. Stay out the way. All right. That's just my thoughts. Let me know what y'all think. Peace.